23rd in the evening. It's election day and the whole family is gathered here in the family room to watch the polls come in. So it's 7 o'clock now, yeah, just before 7, and the polls start coming in at 8:30. So we have an hour and a half to go watching all the analysis on TV, and then we'll start seeing some numbers from the polls. So Auntie Marjorie and Uncle Don are here from Kelowna. Uncle John, Auntie Violet, Mark and Ian are here from Regina. Gordon's in from San Diego, and Steve and I are here from Calgary. So we've got quite a full house tonight.
You're enjoying the pre-election game show here, family room. Good times.
Gordon has to head back to San Diego tomorrow. Steve and I are heading back to Calgary tomorrow. Yeah, good times.
Now let's check in with Jack Layton. Indicative of the whole campaign, really. I'm pedaling like hell and I'm getting nowhere. And hi, yeah, I'm Stephen Harper. I'm an Aries. Look, it was a hug. That's it. Get off me. Would you smile, please? I told you I just hugged her. You know, I don't usually go in for this counseling.
Big night, obviously, for you tonight. How are you feeling so far?
Well, we're feeling optimistic. The national campaign has been excellent. Our local campaign in Charles and St. James's and Wyoming has been very positive. And, you know, I feel good. I feel good about results in the riding in which I am running and for the country.
What about the challenge John Layton put up this campaign for you? How are you sort of feeling?
Well, I've been focusing on my record as a member of Parliament. I've had a lot of success as senior health critic for the Conservative Party. I've been able to advance many issues around health, but also as a Conservative around crime and government accountability, taxation, and the military. Of course, we're maintaining my riding, which is a big important base for Winnipeg and for Canada. So it's been positive. It's, you know, conservative views of the riding reflect conservative party platform. So it's a win-win for both parties.
This campaign's gone for over 50 days now. How does it all feel, the fact that it's sort of all culminating right now?
Well, it has been a long campaign, and it's hard to remember when it actually began, but it's been fun and enjoyable. One thing I think that is really great is that Stephen Harper's been able to run a policy-driven campaign, and those policies have had time to resonate with Canadians. That's what we're going to see today.
What about your sort of or side of things? Do you think that you've done everything you can up to tonight?
Well, I have been a very active MP, one of the most active MPs in the House of Commons, but I've also been very active in my riding. I've done door knocking, I've had a number of town hall, Fletcher forums. I've sent out a significant amount of literature to the riding prior to the election. I've been at events and helping people, individuals, with their challenges that they face in dealing with the federal government. So I think that hard work and dedication to the community will be reflected in the results tonight.
We've sort of seen a wave of conservatism, at least according to the polls, coming across the country since after December. Do you think you sort of you've got this thing in the bag?
Well, we have to be always diligent and work hard, and people will decide that. But I think that it'll be interesting to see on the prairies how many Liberal seats survive. There's a school of thought that the Liberals may lose all the seats they have on the prairies. And I guess in an hour we'll find out if that's the case.
What about you personally? A lot of people would say, well, you managed to beat Glenn Murray last time. He was pretty popular. That you would likely have this one's all locked up for Stephen Fletcher this riding.
Well, I don't take anything for granted. I work hard. I present my points and my record, and I think people will judge me on that. And to their judgment.
I think if the Conservative government is formed, that you would, your health critic now, be a member of a cabinet then?
Well, the fortunate thing that Stephen Harper will have as Prime Minister is he's going to have a lot of new MPs to choose from. And whomever he chooses to be in this cabinet, Canadians can be assured that they'll be of the highest quality and will serve Canada well. And that's what is most important.
Thanks, Stephen.
Thank you.
So we'll get some shots.
Yeah, I'm just gonna roll around you.
John, did you want to drink before all the polls start?
Oh, yeah, well,
Well, there's lots of
I
stuff.
walk around CBC building and I say, vote for Tommy Douglas, vote for Pierre Trudeau, and all that stuff. They didn't say vote for me. Not Billy Mason. You're not getting campaign. He had a campaign for you. But anyway, you understand first, the National Post has you as the most brilliant, beautiful mind in the country. So the obvious question is, why do you think you're having rain?
Pretend I'm not even here.
I can't. I can't ignore the cameras.
I have thought of it, and I tell you, I don't think the country is
So
ready
we've
for
just
me
got
yet, but it will be ready for
10
me.
minutes to go before we see some poll results coming in, so it's pretty tense.
And all that, there's going to be hardliners committed, and they're going to go to the courts, they're going to go to the judges, parole people and all that, and let these criminals for a minority tonight.
All right, Ed Broadbent, quick moment from you. What will you be looking
I'm
for?
looking at right where we are, downtown Toronto, and Northern Ontario, and particularly British Columbia. A lot of three-way fights out in British Columbia, and those locations I've just named can make a big difference in terms of our support.
And obviously you're hoping for a minority parliament with the NDP holding the balance of power.
Well, no, not at all. You've got Larry Shep and Mo on.
And Don Cherry seem to think it is. Okay, well, we're about to find out. We're only now 4
Yeah,
minutes
it looks
away
like
from
a
the
nice small
first
page,
polls
doesn't it?
being reported in your region. So we're looking forward to
Yes, that's
Okay.
right.
So what's this like, or this night like for you? The brothers obviously got a lot riding on tonight. How are you feeling?
I'm really excited. It's a really exciting night for Stephen and for our whole family, and a lot of work has gone into the campaign, and it's been a long campaign. So tonight, it's just going to be really exciting to watch the polls come in and see what happens.
How important is it for Stephen to have family around at these sort of big moments?
I think it's really important. I think it's important for all of us that we get together during these really important times, because family is number one, and the more family that we have together, and the more often that we are together, it's always beneficial, and always in our family, whenever there's some important event happening for any of us, we're always right there together.
What's it like having a brother as an MP?
For me, it's great. It's awesome. A lot of people, immediately recognize Stephen, and Stephen introduces me as his sister, and they're pleased to meet me also. So for me, it's exciting. I've met a lot of really interesting people with Stephen, and it's been great. It's just been really wonderful.
Your sister, obviously, you know him pretty well. Is he nervous tonight? Did he seem different tonight, or?
Stephen has been pretty calm all day. I think he's excited, and I don't know. He always takes everything in stride, and just always handles himself very well. And I think he's excited, but I don't notice anything different, so much tonight compared to other nights.
Win or lose, you think he'll still be okay?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Stephen's been through a lot of challenges, and he's always, managed to come through. And I think win or lose, I don't know if it will make a difference. Yeah.
Perfect. Thanks for your time.
Thanks.
Sorry. Back to business as usual again.
You have 1 minute.
1 minute.
Yeah.
Want to get to Matthew Good, where you're blogging, you can follow it along on his website, which is matthewgood.org. Back to you, Peter.
the reward for that effort. All right. The battle between you and Mr. Bryson continues. Obviously, different reflections on what's happened so far tonight. Is Peter?
Now we'll have the big
We are monitoring one combination of
Oh, that went down.
Oh,
Good, listen.
Say it again.
Yeah.
would show a shift movement
Yeah.
now from the Conservative to the Liberals in terms of government.
I never
That
took
would
it
give
to
the
see results.
Conservatives a late
74, 69. Fletcher!
What?
Where were
Oh,
you?
yeah, I know, he was number one. It was 125 to something else.
You had 100
Stevens in the
vote
lead.
lead.
Oh, great.
Well, it's better than last time.
Yeah, last time.
Alistair.
They are in
59,
They're doing it in suits.
Schreier has 107
Well,
lead.
at the beginning of this campaign, Stephen Harper said, I'm going to win seats in Quebec. He hasn't won any yet, but he is doing very well, much better than even his organizers would have expected. They thought, we won't be able to get our vote out. How are we going to deal with all these new Tory supporters? Well,
Fletcher.
125 to 66.
125 to 66.
Good. Yay!
To make early standings, early breakthroughs. We'll take a look at particular ridings in a moment. They're leading, and they're leading now in
Let's go back,
and
6.
that's holding back the BQ a little bit and definitely hurting the Liberals. We may be seeing the first signs of the seats in Quebec. Back to you.
All right, Wendy, thank you. If the Tories are going to win tonight, they've got to do it in Ontario. And
Fletcher's name.
with the early counting going on, they are doing it in both places. Here in Ontario, that's where it's happening, and that's where Don will be.
Oh, so we're
right, Peter, the Conservatives
we're just pulling ahead there.
lead again, only 5 of 287 votes.
325.
In Burlington.
Okay, so it's about a 50 point lead.
80! We broke through 80!
Race. This is the riding that in 1988 went Liberal. Marlene Catterall held
Duguid,
decided
that's
4 votes.
First poll. Nobody expects any problem for Stephen Harper here tonight in Calgary Southwest.
Quebec,
Fully
41, 9 and 9.
expected to be re-elected.
Oh,
The issue
one
is he's
independent.
going to be re-elected as
So the Conservatives have the same number.
Conservatives are going to form the next government. It's going to be a minority, not a majority. There's been a big push in the last 10 days for a majority government, but occupying this building, that's the nation's capital, of course, where it's just 9 minutes after 10 on this night. The next party to occupy the government side of the benches in this grand old building, the Parliament buildings of Canada, will be the Conservative Party. After 12, almost 13 years in the wilderness, after their devastating defeat in 1993, down to 2 seats, they fought their way back. They've gone through divisions of the
807. Yeah, well, that's fine. Our results on Stevens. 700 points ahead at 45,000 out of.
We saw it on TV just as you went.
Oh, yes. Okay. More than a year. More than a year. Okay.
Ready, set,
Yeah, see, they had you check at the bottom.
In the right-hand corner.
But we don't know what that means along the
We're up
bottom.
by 1,000 votes on the top
Good.
right.
Wow.
Yeah, Steven's up by 1,000 votes on
Yeah.
C-SPAN. Steven.
That's a cheer.
Damn, I'm not quick enough.
If you look at the
local break.
Liberals still are leading in votes in Ontario. They have 37% of the
Julian.
Conservative elected in Quebec.
They've dropped
Good, in
6%,
Quebec,
so
great.
Oh, I'm missing half.
Yeah, I have too.
There's a lot of information on the screen, which I like.
But the interesting
Yeah.
thing is that it's Ontario where the Conservatives are moving ahead, but not in the city of Toronto. The Liberals still
Joy
are
Smith.
strong.
Oh, good.
She's in the lead. Yay, Joy. There you go. 500 votes.
500
We
votes.
need them and like to have somewhere else.
On the right side, guys, on the right side.
Where?
Right side is from Pallister, they're in
But the Liberals
Manitoba.
still leading in terms of
Okay,
some of the ridings the Conservatives are picking up. Glengarry, Prescott, Russell.
St. Barnabas.
Close, though.
Never be anything but Liberal, but it looks tonight it's still close. 128 votes.
Good.
But this is Don Boudreau's old riding, and so for that to something to slip
Big center.
Yeah,
the
Papa, that's not a surprise.
the Liberals in Eastern Ontario, far
Winnipeg
Eastern
North.
Ontario. Take a look at this.
Judy running
Sarnia
against Judy.
Lambton, Roger Galloway, the Liberal
Winnipeg
renegade.
South.
Oh,
we
very
haven't declared them. Look how close it is.
Yeah,
Look
very
how close
narrow.
it is.
Winnipeg
Oh,
Center.
she's doing better than Alcoa.
There's a reeve in one of the areas around Sarnia, but
Most people thought it would be a long, cold night before Roger Galloway would lose.
Yeah,
It
he's
was a
declared.
warm,
Sue, let's look
long
for
night
Fletcher.
apparently for Roger Galloway.
Excellent.
He decided not to run again, very wisely for Jerry, because they've been kept
When I first decided it's 5,000 so much.
It's still going, but they predict. I mean,
that was what is going on, and that is the riding in South Western Ontario. So you look around the province, the Conservatives are picking up the ridings. Here it is.
And then Gil is the liberal.
Oh, look at Ace meeting now. Oh, look at how much it is.
By 5 votes. That's
It'd be a great win for the Conservatives. And
That's Richards is running now.
Are hoping we might have enough to get over the line and maybe make it a majority, and some of those Quebec seats are pretty encouraging, so we'll see.
Thanks very much. Peter, back to you.
All right, Kim,
What about,
thank you.
you know, we're trying to say that.
Oh, look at that. It's going back and forth.
Coming up, going back and
Okay.
forth.
40
Everybody was
seats.
saying,
Yeah, 40 seats.
For 40 votes.
Richards, look at that, Richards.
that was
he's
a
getting
good
it.
thought.
yeah, the race, and then of course beginning
The block is
Oh, you can hear the crowds. That is so loud. That's awesome. Okay, Gordon.
We had a really unfortunate one.
not sure if we're meant to say it, but of course, we're on the fifth floor of a seven-story building with Stephen, and the elevator broke while we were up on the fifth floor.
So this is the campaign office in party mode. It's been a flurry of activity for the last 2 months, and now everyone is finally celebrating. And they're watching the final results come in. And here's a look at what some of the polling results look like and what time those polls came in. Pretty interesting. But we're all celebrating and having a very nice time.
I have to be focused and small. I came on to help. I've been here since Friday. Helped at the tail end, but it's been the volunteers, it's been Stephen, and everybody who worked so hard here. I think there's been a lot of anticipation, a lot of excitement in the office, and my energy at one of the really look forward to seeing the campaign. It's good to see the we're there and they help
well, we were paying very close attention to the events and also comments at the end of November to see, was the government going to fall, was it not, are we going to try and do this Christmas campaign? We were paying very close attention to that. It was a winter campaign, so immediately one of the main challenges is that it's very cold in Winnipeg in January and December, so that was sort of our immediate response was, okay, this is going to be a lot more difficult than it was in May, when, it's springtime in Winnipeg, it was very nice last time around. We were, prepared for it, we knew that it was minority government, and it lasted for a year and a half, and that was what the predictions were. Okay, well, we have my mom and dad, which live in Winnipeg, my brother Gordon, which is lives in San Diego now, and myself, and my husband live in Calgary, so we flew in with our Auntie Margie and Uncle Don, they're from Kelowna, they flew in, our Uncle John and Auntie Violet, our cousins Mark and Ian flew in from Halifax and Regina, but our family is very close-knit, and it's always been what has gotten through us all hard times. And when he was in hospital, it was a very difficult time after his accident, but the family is number one, the rest just stuck together, and it's helped all of us. Yes, definitely. My parents have been involved in campaigns since day one. They've been volunteering at the campaign office, the switchboard, putting up warrant signs, bringing in food to all the campaign workers. They've been really close at hand. My brother was actually there, so we've come in a few times.
It's okay, Mom. What do you guys do with it?
Very unsettled. We never see anything around. Zero together in It's been hard
Alright, I gotta play the food. Alright, see you later, Mark.
Stephen's campaign headquarters are the St. James Civic Center. So it used to be a city hall when St. James was its own municipality, and so he's got a fantastic campaign headquarters with lots of space for media and stuff, so tons of media here. And there's Steve checking out the results and stuff, and there's Stephen being constantly interviewed. There's been one media person after another interviewing him and the rest of the family, so it's been really fantastic. There's Dad. We're getting ready to cut the cake and thank all the volunteers.
You know, Lisa put together the volunteers and Donna and. Well, you know what, I can't go through all the volunteers because I just won't be able to do it. But I really, truly, and humbly appreciate everything that you have all done. I know some of you have put in, well, some actually literally the last decade of your lives. Conservative to this riding. And I mean, it is really wonderful. And, you know, if you think about it, if you reflect, if we weren't successful in the last election, the NDP would have, and the Liberals would have had enough for a coalition government that could have lasted a lot longer than this one did. So if you just look at the numbers, all your help has made it possible to have a Prime Minister named Stephen Harper. As you know, as someone once said, I'll modify, let us eat cake. Thank you.
You make a wish all cut.
I wish for a 40 majority in the 18 house.
Start another Fletcher chat.
You're welcome. Okay.
Fletcher, 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 Fletcher,
Well, Stephen, you have made us all so proud, and it's so wonderful to have a man of integrity as our leader. Thank you so much, Stephen.
I'm assuming to Winnipeggers, this means Reg Alcock went down. Triumphant moment for Conservatives in Winnipeg.
Alcock's gone! He's gone! Alcock's history! Oh, he's done.
Is going to have to meet with Mr. Layton.
Well, in Manitoba.
Mr. Layton to get any history of this.
Thanks, Susan. Exhausting last 8 weeks for Susan Bonner, as it has been for all of our reporters who have been on the campaign finance. What did I say? In these last few weeks on the NDP plaintiff Jack Layton, and joining us tonight from down at Layton headquarters. We're waiting, obviously, the arrival.
So the evening is done. There is probably, I don't know, 300 to 500 people here tonight celebrating the Conservative victory and Stephen's victory in this riding. But it's time to go home now. Party's over. The Conservatives won a minority government. It's pretty exciting. And we're going to go home and I guess get some sleep. That's okay.